Hello, my name is Leo. Welcome back. When we left off, we were just about to go and do this, getting the Ariel's bow quest. So I shall do that in my vampiric form. I don't need no boat. Oh, what am I doing? Well, that's annoying. I didn't even have turned into a vampire. Pretty good way. Last episode I also got told that I should bite my wife and turn her into a vampire as well. I think I might have potatoes for dinner tonight. Oh, I wonder what Gary wants. I do have to remember to turn the oven off before I leave. Wait, I've already left. Did I leave the oven off? Can't remember. Look at that fox, feebly trying to get away. And dead. That's what you get, fox. That's what you get. Yeah, probably this is wasted just because I jumped on that boat. Irritating. Right, well, I should have looked at the map before I transformed again, but anyway. I'm sure I can work this out without a map. It's really annoying getting up here. I think there's an easier way. I like how they've taken two corners of the map which otherwise would just never ever be used by anyone. Although I obviously explored them because that's how I do. And made them areas that people will, run through. Unfortunately, the Dawnstar places following this is not so good because there's no road, no easy path to get back into civilization. Dawnstar at least has a road pretty much straight away. It was a good placement. This one, not so much. But still, I'm glad to see that they've used a few uncharted areas of the map for the Dawnstar stuff. I really wish the Portal mod was released for the 360 and PlayStation 3. I really wanted to do that mod. It sounded really fun. I mean, there's no real story or anything, it's just... I wanted a space cube. Then again, I'm sure there's a myriad of reasons why that will never happen. Anyway, it seems I need to get on the other side of this mountain. And I'm not too sure if I'm going to be able to do that. Uh-huh. Who's fighting me?
Time to end this game.
First one. Okay. I remember these juniper berry trees when I was still leveling up my alchemy and I was collecting every single friggin' juniper berry. Oh man, I had so many juniper berries, it wasn't funny. It really was not funny. And the volume's a bit louder. I noticed on the last video the Xbox volume, the game volume was a bit low. Apologies about that. I did pick up on it though. Got into a habit of actually double checking at the end of every episode to make sure that the levels are okay, and if they're not, sort of tweak them little by little until I get the perfect. I found earlier that the game volume was a bit too loud for me, and it sort of muffled out my voice, which is difficult to understand at the best of times. Dark. Where's there anyway?
Do you need something?
That's good. Creepy, creepy, creepy. Do the creep. Do the creep. Lonely Island, another very good part of YouTube. I very much enjoy that. Is that it? Oh, it's a last battle. Very much enjoy the... Oh god, that was... Oh man. That was with it turned on. It is really dark. Maybe I should turn the actual volume up. The brightness up. Yeah, you're still doing better than I am, but it's really hard for me to see anything. It's so dark. Anyway, that's the idea. Yeah. Because I can totally see where... Can't see anything. Okay. Keep going. We're going down, down, down. We are going down. Going way, way down. Shorty got low, low, low. Gold, ruby, some torches, why not? Don't really need torches, but... Oh. Oh, hello, I saw that. Uh-huh. Nice try. Haven't seen many enemies yet. Just a lonely frostbite spider. trap, I guess. Trap counts, sort of. Not really, not sort of. Seem to have lost their own again. Ooh. Isn't this place fancy? Is that a shrine? Total slow motion, done. Nice. I like a good slow motion kill. It's good to see they got the kill cams for magic and arrows now. Really adds to my enjoyment of the game. Quite dark. I'm sure that was the intention. I noticed that with the Ethereum quest too. Is that they purposefully... Oh. They had purposefully made it so it was too dark.
You have nothing to fear.
Hello. Who be you?
I am Knight Paladin Gelabor. Welcome to the Great Chantry of Oriel.
This cave is a temple for Oriel?
Oriel, Oriel, Alkosh, Akatosh, so many different names for the sovereign of the snow elves.
Snow elves? You're a farmer? I guess he kind of looks like one.
I prefer snow elf. The name Falmer usually holds a negative meaning to most travelers. Those twisted creatures you call Falmer, I call the betrayed.
I imagine you know why we're here.
Of course, you're here for Oriel's bow. Why else would you be here? I can help you get it, but first, I must have your assistance.
Okay. What type of assistance do you need?
I need you to kill Archcurate Verther, my brother.
Kill your brother? Kill your brother, why?
The kinship between us is gone. I don't understand what he's become, but he's no longer the brother I once knew. It was the betrayed. They did something to him. I just don't know why Oriel would allow this to happen.
What exactly did the betrayed do?
They swept into the chantry without warning, and began killing everyone without pause.
Didn't you fight back?
The chantry was a place of peaceful worship. I led a small group of paladins, but we were no match for the betrayed's sheer numbers. They slaughtered everyone, and stormed the inner sanctum, where I believe they corrupted Verther.
You don't even know if he's alive?
He's alive. I've seen him, but something's wrong. He never looks as though he's in pain or under duress. He just stands there and watches, as though waiting.
Have you tried getting into the inner sanctum?
Leaving the way shrines unguarded would be violating my sacred duty as a Knight Paladin of Oriel, and an assault on the betrayed guarding the inner sanctum would only end with my death.
Way shrine?
Yes, let me show you.
long.
This structure is known as a way shrine. They were used for meditation and for transport when the chantry was a place of enlightenment. Prelates of these shrines were charged with teaching the mantras of Oriel to our initiates.
What's that basin in the center?
Once the initiate completed his mantras, he'd dip a ceremonial ewer in the basin at the way shrine's center and proceed to the next way shrine.
So these initiates had to lug around a heavy pitcher of water. Marvelous. How long did they have to do that?
Well, once the initiate's enlightenment was complete, he'd bring the ewer to the chantry's inner sanctum. Pouring the contents of the ewer into the sacred basin of the sanctum would allow him to enter for an audience with the arch-curate himself.
All that just to end up dumping it out? Makes no sense to me.
It's symbolic. I don't expect you to understand.
So, let's get this straight. We need to do all that nonsense to get into the temples so we can kill your brother and claim Ariel's bow.
I know how it all sounds. But if there was another way, I'd have done it long ago. The only way to get to my brother is by following in the initiate's footsteps and traveling from way shrine to way shrine, just as they did. The first lay at the end of Darkfall Passage, a cavern that represents the absence of enlightenment.
How many more way shrines are there?
There are 5 in total, spread far apart across the chantry.
These caves must be massive.
Caves? Oh no. The chantry encompasses far more than a few caves, as you'll soon discover. But before I send you on your way, you'll need the initiate's ewer.
So I need to fill this at each way shrine?
Once you've located a way shrine, there'll be a spectral prelate tending to it. They will allow you to draw the waters from the shrine's basin, as if you've been enlightened.
I'll be off then.
This may be the last time we're able to converse. If you have any questions before you leave, I suggest you ask them. Otherwise, all I can do now is grant you my hopes for a safe journey. Questions? I expected as much.
What is the chantry?
This is, or was, the epicenter of our religion. Most of the snow elf people worshipped Oriel. The chantry was constructed near the beginning of the First Era to provide a retreat for those that wished to become enlightened.
Most snowelves?
Our empire had temples to some of the other deities. Trinimac, Sirabane, Yffrey, and Finister rounded out the rest. But those temples paled in comparison to the glory of the chantry and its way shrines.
The way shrines are part of the chantry then?
Oh yes, they were an important part of the process here. They represented the steps the initiates took on the path to total enlightenment. Sadly, the magic used to construct these wonders were lost long before I arrived here.
Savannah, what are you doing behind him? Pushing him across. You naughty girl. Who are the spectral prelates you mentioned?
They're ghosts of the snow elf priests that tended the way shrines before being slaughtered by the betrayed. Through the grace of Oriel, they were restored to their spectral form to enable them to continue their duties.
Good, they should be able to help us.
I'm afraid in their current form, they still believe the chantry to be an active center of worship. They won't respond to you in any way other than believing that you're an initiate and you're undertaking the journey to the inner sanctum.
Who were your people?
We were once a wealthy and prosperous society that occupied a portion of Skyrim. Unfortunately, we were constantly at war with the Nords, who claimed the land as their ancestral home.
It appears the Nords won.
In a manner of speaking. We had always maintained an uneasy alliance with the underground-dwelling dwarves, and when faced with extinction, we turned to them for help. Surprisingly, they agreed to protect us, but demanded a terrible price. The blinding of our race.
Everyone couldn't have possibly agreed to that.
There were splinter groups that resisted the agreement, and even some that sought alternate alliances. But when it was all said and done, those elves were either slaughtered, vanished, or gave up and took the dwarf's bargain.
What turned your people into the betrayed?
I've often asked myself that very same question. The blinding of my race was supposedly accomplished with a toxin. Certainly not enough to devolve them into the sad and twisted beings they've become.
That's interesting. Why weren't the snow elves here affected?
The chantry is quite isolated, so it took some time for word of the dwarves' offer to reach us here. By the time the compact had been completed, it was too late for us to even attempt to intervene.
Is that why you had retained your sight?
Correct. We only numbered perhaps 100 at the time, so our presence remained a secret to the dwarves and the Nords. Ironically, our undoing came at the hands of our own people.
You mean the betrayed?
Yes, they swarmed the chantry in vast numbers until we were completely overrun. We never really stood a chance. I assumed that the Archcurate was corrupted by them when they found a way to breach the inner sanctum.
There are others here like you?
Bertha and myself are the only two snow elves that remain.
Yeah.
May Auriel light your path. May Auriel keep you free from harm. May Auriel light your path.
There you go. Blessing of Royal, which I believe gives you extra bow damage. That makes sense. I just realized I've gone way over this time. So I'm just going to check what this is. Anyway, feel free to click next for the next video. And leave a comment. Like the video if you enjoyed it. And feel free to subscribe to my channel for more videos, and I will continue to make them. My name is Leo, and I will see you next time.